Hi everyone, welcome to the inside of my 1981 Porsche 924. Very misty because it's very damp in here. Just stripping the interior and trying to resolve a bit of moisture ingress I've got down in the bottom corner, as you can see. Or maybe not. Maybe that's a bit better. You can see this is the passenger footwell, and just down from the fuse box up there behind it we've had water dripping down behind, and in this corner there's a polystyrene or some sort of expanded foam block that's just gathered all the water down there, and what's happened is over the years it's trickled along and come down towards the tunnel, and it's sort of pulled down here where it's been touched up previously. So at the moment I'm just trying to strip everything out and find exactly where it's coming in, and then I'll be sealing it up and doing any remedial work that's needed. Now I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything mad as a series in terms of videos and the build and the restoration on this car, but I just thought it'd be fun to document some of the little jobs I'm going to be doing along the way. But I'm supposed to summarise, if this is the start of the journey, it's a 1981 924 2-litre manual petrol with a interesting aftermarket steering wheel which may or may not survive. It's completely stock from what I understand. It doesn't run, it's got issues with the clutch, and after doing a few bits over the last couple of weekends might be needing a new starter motor as well as a few other things, bits and pieces, but it's all part of the process. And yeah, may or may not do some more videos as I go along and get this thing going again, but we'll see. Now, from what I understand, the first question that any sort of 924 enthusiast will ask you when they hear about these projects coming up that people are working on is, what's the condition of your dashboard? So here's that out the way first of all. And you can see it's not too bad. There's a few bigger cracks down at the back there, but from what I've seen on other people's cars, it's not that bad. It's probably had a cover on or been in a garage, so I think I'll just be leaving that as it is. And if you want to keep watching and learn a bit more and see a few more little odd things on here, this is obviously the ashtray from yesteryear, which does open. It's full of a few random screws and bolts, but there's this one random switch in here which I have no idea what it does, or what it was supposed to do rather, because as of now it's just got a load of connectors on the back that don't do anything, and in there it's just a complete mess with some random wires. From what I understand, this one is selecting which wing mirror you want to adjust. This one's supposed to do the rear wiper, which doesn't work at the moment, but that'll be getting whipped off anyway, no doubt. That I think is either high beam or fog light, and then this one I think is some sort of demister. Can't really see. Anyway, all of the spade connections have fallen off on that one anyway, so that'll be resolved. And then the one odd one is there's a little focus. There's a little light bulb in there. If anybody knows what that's for, I don't know. Why somebody dremeled out this random little hole as well, don't know. A million random screw holes where God knows what else has been attached to the car at some point, but there you go, fun of old cars, lots of little hidden bits of history. What else to show you? This door card. Oh yeah, the car's red, by the way. This door card's a bit interesting, so it just comes off like that, which means when you shut the door, it's well, it doesn't shut. So that will need reaffixing at some point. Ah. What else? Oh, the door car's absolutely spot on. No problems with that at all. The aftermarket speakers sound okay. I think it's a Pioneer unit. Oh no, the Kenwood. Sorry. The speakers only work on one side, and it is the driver's side, much to the passenger's delight. And that's just another little job that'll be resolved at some point. Yep, change of direction. These are the, not sure if leather or pleather or vinyl seats that are in. I've taken the passenger seat out, which is why I'm sat in the footwell. These are nice. The rear bench is done in the same material. Again, I'm not an expert, I don't know if that's factory material or I'm guessing with these seams, probably not. All the interior is sound. I've just ripped it all up and out just to get it fully dried out and just to see if there's anything hidden horrible underneath, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It's got the Tiger pop-out roof, that works perfectly fine. Rear view mirror has been popped off again just to make it a bit more spacious inside. Don't know if it's a common issue on the visors, but both of these, let's get a zoom in, both these clips had absolutely perished to hell and were held on with hot glue, so they've been temporarily removed. And again, might go without these, might keep them in. I quite like the blue tint that you've got on the windscreen there, so be ashamed to put a sun strip on there for the sake of it. But boot gas struts need replacing. Boot carpets and everything are absolutely spot on. Got a roof cover in there, got a spare wheel in the boot. All of this sort of C-pillar trim needs reaffixing, probably re-trimming at some point, but yeah, half the screws are missing and seems like they've gone with a good old-fashioned hopes and dreams adhesive to hold everything together there. Not ideal. I figure at some point I'll do a sort of a full walk around of this car just for people that are interested in them. I didn't know anything about them before I bought them. I got mine about 2 weeks ago as a bit of a long-term project, but yeah, quite interesting. Enjoying working on it so far. It seems to be the time period where most things are accessible on the car. I mean, even looking at this instrument cluster here, to actually remove this entire unit, I think it's just 2 screws and then 2 more beneath there. But this is quite an interesting one, because when you turn the vents on, there's no battery connected at the moment, that turns the blowers on. But then if you activate this second one, the entire front fascia jumps off with it. So that needs remedying, resolving, and yeah, just falling apart on me. So that needs work, because these are just absolutely yeah, shot. It's all part of the fun, as I'll keep saying throughout, I'm sure, as it's just sort of falling apart in my hands. So yeah, I suppose if this is a bit of a diary, it's worth just sort of bringing up to date what I've done on the car so far. So since I've had it, I've done a full service, so oil, filter, spark plugs, HT leads, coolant, screen wash, a few other bits and pieces, and I've had a new battery just to see if it'd give the starter motor a big jump, but it just gives me the good old clunk, so that needs removing and looking at, and I'm hoping can get that starter motor working as is rather than buying a new one, but that might be the next step in actually getting it started, because at the moment it does turn over, but it's very infrequent, so can't rely on that. So yeah, that's the next big job in terms of getting it started, but I'm waiting for some better weather before I tackle that. So in the meantime, I'm just going to have a look at doing the interior, just get it usable and dry is the main thing. Hopefully I can just highlight here where this actual water is coming in. It's just down the back of these wires in the corner. It's just sitting on that lip, going down that sealant and emerging there, and then pooling in the corner. But it's travelling all the way along this sill, all onto here, and you can see where it's just starting to rot away at the glue. So probably going to be taking all this out, boot latch, carpet, maybe fuse box, and doing it as best I can really. We'll see. I'm just halfway through sort of pulling this insulation out. You can just see how sort of mushy and nasty this stuff has sort of got, so I don't think I'll be reusing any of this insulation anyway. Right, the battery's dying, so I thought I'd just conclude what I'm planning on doing and what I've done. Big pile of felt, fuzz, mould, wet tissue I've seen that round the back of the fuse box is where it's leaking out. Probably too dark to show you, but started pulling the wiring down from the top. Gonna get it all aired out, dried out, get another towel in there, and when it stops raining and it's a bit nicer outside, I'm gonna reseal it at the top and hopefully stop all that coming in. And I think that's probably it for today. Like I said, might do some more videos like this, might not, maybe just when I'm at different stages of the restoration, whatever you want to call it, getting it back on the road. Might show the outside at some point if it's sunny, might wash it or something, but yeah, for now, if you've got any information on these or you want to ask me any questions about it, or there's anything on the car you'd like to see, then let me know. This is probably on YouTube or whatever. But yeah, thanks if you've taken time to watch it, then appreciate that, and if you've got any advice, then please pass it on, much appreciated. Alright, thanks for watching, cheers.